Now you have the Patriots, who match up really well against Buffalo, probably take the division, maybe get the number 1 seed. Who would they least like to roll up to Foxborough, assuming they make it that far, and challenge them in the AFC title game?
I mean, it's got to be the Chiefs, right?
Is it the way the Chiefs are playing now, though?
Yeah, because I don't think...
There's still, I think, a very clear blueprint that everybody hates, that term. There's still a very clear game plan to slowing down Kansas City. And if there's a clear game plan, like the Patriots are the best team in the NFL at like taking the thing that's obviously working and ramping it up to 11.
That's the one thing that's changed, because these teams have played each other a few times over the last few years. The thing that has changed is, so Belichick's done a really good job against Patrick Mahomes, right? I was pulling those stats out last year. Mahomes' grade against the Patriots.
And that's when they were unstoppable.
Right. And his grade against the Patriots is like in the 60s, passing grade, but his stats are good.
Right.
That's what the Chiefs aren't doing right now, right? Is like in games where Mahomes isn't great, they used to still score 30 points and have the screen game and Tyreek Hill and all these guys just dominating. Now you're not having that. If Mahomes doesn't go, the offense doesn't go.
They're averaging 14 points a game on offense against teams that aren't the Raiders in the last 7 weeks.
Raiders since week 17.
And that's against teams that aren't, that are not the Patriots.
So I get that. But I would say that the Chiefs defense has a chance to take, like, I don't think the Patriots passing game is great. I think the Chiefs defense has a chance to like really slow that down and do just enough in the run game against New England that the Chiefs, and it's still Mahomes in the offense for whatever they're showing against non-Raiders teams. Like if they break out in the playoffs, is anybody surprised if they just figure it out again? So I think the Chiefs remain the most dangerous team. The Chargers could be a dangerous team for New England, even though New England beat them. They beat them on kind of a fluky, like they beat them on a miscommunication pick 6, right? Herbert, receiver, on a different page.
Herbert, I think, alone makes the Chargers always dangerous.
Yeah.
Like, when you have a quarterback that can make that throw that he made last week, where you have him under pressure, you've beaten the left tackle, you're chasing him down into right field, and he just sets his feet and hurls a 65-yard laser for a touchdown.
With 29 seconds left in the half, and it's like if they're going to go deep, it might be now.
You can't defend that.
Right.
You literally can't defend that. That's one where you just have to go, okay, fine, that's a touchdown we couldn't do anything about. As long as you have a quarterback that's capable of making those plays, that team is always dangerous. The one team that I would think is interesting that we'll learn more about this week is, I don't know if Indianapolis is a great matchup for them. Like we'll Colts, find out Saturday. That's what I mean. Yeah. The Colts with their offensive line, with their ground game, with Carson Wentz playing a clean brand of football, with their defense that's been very good at forcing turnovers. The Colts and the Patriots are 2 of the top 3 defenses in the NFL at forcing turnovers. The only team that's got more than either of them is Dallas, with the ball just landing in Trevon Diggs' hands all the way through the season.
Diggs magnets.
But like if the Colts are set up to win a game like that in a way that not many other teams are, they can match the Patriots with everything that the Patriots want to do, and I think they match up well with the way the Patriots are playing offense right now. So if of all the teams that, if New England is looking out on the landscape of the AFC, and it's Kansas City, it's Tennessee, it's Baltimore, the Chargers, Buffalo, the Colts are the one team there that I don't think they would love facing.
I think the Patriots get challenged in 3 out of the next 4 weeks here. You've got the Colts this week in the Dome. You have Buffalo, presumably not in 50-mile-an-hour winds, in New England in a couple weeks. You have the Dolphins the last week of the season in Miami. Dolphins are playing much better football. And then you have, let me pose this question to you. January 2nd, week 17, Patriots hosting the Jacksonville Jaguars. Is this going to be...
Excuse me?
Patriots-Jaguars? Yeah. I'm just saying it's a football game.
This is a game they're being challenged in?
No. I was going to I said 3 out of the next 4 games. The game that I omitted from the 4 was the Jaguars game. However, I'm intrigued by what might be the biggest coaching mismatch in NFL history with Bill Belichick going up against Urban Meyer.
I mean, how many college championships does Bill Belichick have?
That's a good point. Urban shows up at midfield. Let me see your resume, Bill. How many times you won at Ohio State? In Florida.
If you were the odds-setting man in Vegas, right? What would you set the odds on Urban Meyer quitting at halftime of this game? Vontae Davis style.
Plus 150.
Just going, I don't need this crap. I'm out of here.
Slight dog. Plus 150.
What would the score need to be for him to do that?
48-0.
40.
No, 40. Once you hit 40.
Well, 40.
Herb's he's
40
out.
to zip, and Urban's just calling the limo. Uber, what's the Uber Black, the fancy car? Just hopping in the Uber Black, and I'm out of here. Send my last check to my previous mailing address.
It's actually hilarious. You ever seen the montages of Bill Belichick during a game? They'll show 2 minutes of just Bill, and you will have literally no idea what's happening in the game.
Yeah.
And they'll have subtext. It's like Patriots touchdown, and he's just like, Patriots interception, nothing. Other team touchdown, nothing. Same thing. Urban Meyer's the complete opposite. It's like second play preseason game, hands on his head, right? I mean, it's just
you can tell the score
opposite.
By the face that he's pulling.
Completely tell.
Yeah.
Urban Meyer's the face gets worse as the deficit gets greater, right? I mean, it's just funny. But we'll see if that's the biggest coaching mismatch in NFL history. Belichick versus Urban Meyer. So to answer the initial question, Patriots, who can challenge them? You're saying the Colts. I still think it's the Chiefs. You're saying it's
any of these teams can challenge them, right? The part of the question I liked was kind of who do they not want to see? Like if the Patriots are going to be in the AFC Championship game, home game, number 1 seed, what's the team they don't want to see roll into town whenever the hell that game is? Late January?
Yeah, late January now. I think it's Chargers, Chiefs, and Colts.
That's half the field. Of course.
My pick was the Chiefs.
Okay.
My second pick would be the Chargers. Your pick was the Colts.
Yes.
Okay. And maybe a healthy Titans team.
Are they going to get a healthy Titans team?
At least healthy receivers could help.
There's still the outside chance that Derrick Henry comes back. I mean, crazy as that sounds.
Way outside, right, Doctor?
I don't think they should do it, but
yeah.
they
Dr.
seem to
Monson.
keep talking it up.
Dr. Monson said it's not going to happen.